What is going on, guys? Brad here for Pickdawgz.com, and I got a pick in this Army versus East Carolina college football game going down on Thursday, September 25th, 2025. If you want to take the guesswork out of it, if you want to save your time and are immediately looking for the picks like the best, the picks like the most, including my $25 play of the day, which is my best pick every single day, you go head over to Pickdawgz.com, click the premium pick section, or just click the link in the description in this video. You will find all my plays there. But let's get right into it, guys. This is the only college football game we have. Army and East Carolina. You know, these Thursday night games, especially when it comes to the college level, are always interesting to handicap. You never really know how these kids are going to come out and play on a very short week. And you know, I think it's no secret that home teams definitely have an advantage when it comes to these weekday games. You know, in this instance, Army not only is on a short week, but they had to spend a day traveling to East Carolina. So it's definitely something to think about. And look, for Army, you know, they're coming off a really hard-fought game against North Texas. They were slide dogs in that game at home. North Texas came out to a big lead, and then Army battled back and sent that game into overtime. Unfortunately for Army, they lost. But look, man, when it comes to Army, I really like how this team bounced back after that week one loss to Tarleton State. You know, after that loss to Tarleton State, I was like, okay, Army is going to be bad. They are going to be a shit team this season. But you go into Kansas State, upset them. I know Kansas State is dog water, let's be real. And then in that North Texas game, even in a loss, for them to battle back and send that game into overtime against a high-powered offense like North Texas, I thought it was pretty impressive. So I'm not going to say I'm fully back in on Army, but I think this is a team that we will be able to give looks throughout the season. And honestly, I kind of like this matchup for them. You know, back to the concept of these teams playing on a short week, Army runs the triple option. And the triple option is a very unique offense that teams maybe see once or twice a season. It's very hard to prepare for that. You know, this is not an offense that you're practicing to defend day after day through the offseason and through the regular season. So East Carolina on a short week, they've had a very limited time to prepare for this triple option that Army's going to run. We saw it last week when Charlotte and Rice played. You know, Rice likes to run the option. I know it's a little different than Army, but they were able to run that great against Charlotte, and it kind of seemed like Charlotte just wasn't prepared enough to defend that offense. And I can kind of see that in this situation. You know, East Carolina last week played a tough game against BYU. They lost that game 13-34. They were 6.5-point dogs in that game, lost by 21 points, and they were at home in that game. And if you watch that game, if you dig a little bit deeper in that game, BYU had a lot of success running the ball. They could not stop the run. So I think Army's going to be able to move the ball in this game. I really do. I mean, East Carolina, yes, you had a solid performance in week one against NC State. You were 13.5-point dogs, lost that one by 7. Thought they looked great against Coastal Carolina, winning 38-0 on the road, but I think Coastal Carolina is not a great team. I'm not really sold on NC State, so I kind of think that East Carolina might be coming into this one a little bit overvalued, and the fact that we could get 5.5 points with Army, I'm going to take it. I'm going to be on Army, and also I just want to mention, I know this is a short week, but this is the armed forces we're talking about. You know, these Army boys are ready. They're not. Yeah, these boys went through boot camp, you know? Like, I think they'll be fine performing on a short week. So I think this is a game either team could win. I would not be surprised if this is a close competitive game that Army squeaks out. So in that case, man, I want to take the points in my back pocket. So I'm going to take Army. I'm going to take the 5.5 just to play it safe. But like I said, I can see them winning this game outright. Appreciate you guys watching this, man. Drop a like. Drop in the comments who you're taking in this game. I'm curious to see who you guys have. Check out my $25 play of the day. Like I said, that is my best pick every single day. Most importantly, subscribe to Pickdawgz on YouTube because we're just trying to help you guys win some money. I'm going to catch you on the next one.